The brave little squirrel. In a peaceful forest surrounded by towering trees and sparkling streams, Nutty, a small but determined squirrel, made his home in a cozy hollow of a mighty oak tree. Though Nutty was smaller and not as fast as the other squirrels in the forest, he was always eager to help those around him. His bushy tail and sharp eyes made him an excellent climber, and he often spent his days gathering acorns or playing with his friends. One crisp autumn day, the skies began to darken, and a powerful storm rolled in. The wind howled through the trees, causing branches to sway violently. Nutty scurried back to his tree, but just before reaching the safety of his hollow, he heard a soft, desperate cry for help. It was coming from the other side of the clearing. Nutty's heart raced as he darted toward the sound and found a small rabbit trapped under a heavy branch that had fallen during the storm. The rabbit was frightened and struggling to free itself, but the branch was too heavy for it to move. Nutty, despite his small size, rushed over to the rabbit. His first instinct was to lift the branch, but it was far too heavy for him to budge alone. As the rain began to pour, Nutty called for help, but no one was nearby. He needed to act quickly, or the rabbit would be stuck out in the storm. Then Nutty remembered his friend, Sage, the wise owl who lived high in the trees. Nutty had often visited Sage to hear stories about clever ways to solve problems. He dashed to the nearest branch and called out, hoping Sage would hear him. Sage swooped down, her feathers wet from the rain. "What is it, Nutty?" she asked, her eyes sharp in the dim light. "The rabbit is trapped, but I can't lift the branch," Nutty said urgently. "Do you have any ideas?" Sage thought for a moment before replying, "You can't lift it alone, but maybe you can use something to help pull it off." She instructed Nutty to find a long vine and loop it around the branch. Nutty was quick to follow Sage's advice. He found a strong vine and tied it around the branch, securing it tightly. With the vine in place, Nutty found a sturdy tree nearby and tied the other end to it. With a deep breath, Nutty tugged hard on the vine. Slowly, the branch began to lift, just enough to free the rabbit. The rabbit, soaked but unharmed, hopped out from beneath the branch. "Thank you, Nutty," it exclaimed, its little nose twitching with gratitude. "I don't know what I would have done without you." Nutty smiled, feeling a warm sense of pride. "I'm just glad I could help," he said modestly. As the storm finally began to subside, Nutty and the rabbit found shelter in the hollow of a large tree, safe from the rain and wind. When the storm passed, the forest slowly returned to its peaceful state. Nutty became a hero that day, not because of his size or speed, but because of his courage, quick thinking, and determination to help a friend in need. From that day on, Nutty was known as the brave little squirrel who always found a way to help others, no matter how big the challenge.